Hi, I'm Ollie and you're watching Video Brunel. We are here at Academy. Wednesday night is Freshers Week and this is a Battle of the Halls going on. It's getting pretty rowdy out there. And I am privileged enough to be here with Paul and Ben from Pendulum, aka Hornet and Verse. How you guys doing? You alright?
Good. Yeah, doing good, cheers.
Yeah. You guys have just come back from Ibiza, feeling pretty
fresh
pretty
as a daisy, actually.
Fresh as a daisy, nice, sounds good. Now it's going to get pretty rowdy out there tonight. It's Battle of the Halls, obviously, so we've got 4 halls competing to be the best. But really, rowdy and crazy is kind of your style, really, isn't it?
I mean, if it's not like that, it's weird.
Yeah.
That's how it should be all the time.
Standard, crazy.
Standard Pendulum, yeah. You guys have obviously played a lot of shows over the summer. You are really kicking it a lot. You've got a lot of stuff coming up. How's it going so far?
It's been a crazy year. Like we sort of were anticipating that we would take a step back from producing this year and just enjoy ourselves and play some gigs, and suddenly playing some gigs turned into playing 5 gigs a week. So yeah, it's been good though, no complaints at all. Definitely, it's been a good year, great year.
And is there a kind of change between the vibe of coming to universities and doing like festival gigs?
But yeah, between the two types, it depends. You can get a really good university where everybody just like goes crazy, or you can get one where it's like a black tie one, and then you really have to get everybody going, and then it eventually gets crazy. So, and festivals as well. We're kind of lucky. Got quite a good global following now, and it goes off. Yeah. So, yeah. No, we kind of enjoy both sort of aspects, you know, and festivals don't run all year, so it's good to fill the gaps with other sorts of gigs.
Nobody standing still. I want to see the whole place jumping. Brunel, are you with me?
Now I know you from what your past gigs have been recently. In fact, I think you've been to Russia recently and Scotland and Switzerland, places like that.
Just this week, yeah.
Just this week, yeah, exactly. What do you think is the biggest challenge, like, of being like so global?
Just flying. I reckon that that's what we get paid for. Gigs are free. That's, you know, just getting there is a tricky bit. Like, we actually flew into Moscow at like 10 at night, and then literally played till 4, and then went straight to the airport and flew back, because we had to play that night again in Bristol. Right. And people are like, oh, you know, welcome to Bristol, where have you come from? I'm like, Moscow. I go, how long is that away? I'm like, 4.5 hours flight. Yeah, it's full on. But I do love that aspect of it as well, because it's like waking up in a different time zone. It's kind of a trip. Sometimes when you wake up, you have to, you're in your hotel, and you go, and you look at the phone and see the address of where you are, and you're like, okay, cool, I'm in Moscow right now. Yeah, but no, it's been, you know, it's great fun traveling. I love it. Definitely.
Cool. I'm jealous. Definitely.
Come with us. You won't be after 2 weeks.
Imagine. Now, obviously, all of these have been kind of DJ sets recently. I'm guessing it's just been kind of YouTube.
Yeah.
Is there anything in the works for Pendulum as a band? Any more live sets?
As a band, we've got to put it to bed basically, because we took it as far as it could go. We did 7 years touring with that. Now Knife Party's doing really well. We were with the guys last night, and yeah, I don't know. Pendulum as a crew is ever vibing and ever happening, and there could be more music in the future, but as a live element, we're not sure if that's, I don't know if that's going to be relevant in the future, you know.
Okay, so it's not like definitely put to bed, but it's,
you know, never say never with anything. Of course, you know, it's all down to Rob, and neither Paul and I can speculate what Rob wants to do, but you know, it's all about enjoying what we've got here, and like, you know, it's you know, Pendulum as a sort of name is going nowhere. You know, we're busier than we've ever been, and the places that we're going to you know, we're still hitting territories where we've never been as well. So, I mean, you've got to go back there, you know, eventually. So, no, it's going really well, and you know, for the future, you know, obviously never say never, but not for the next 2 years, I doubt.
Okay.
It's got to be fun, and if it stops being fun, then you should stop doing it. And a lot of musicians don't catch on to that and keep doing something that they don't particularly enjoy, and then they just hate it. And rather than let it get to that point, it's time to enjoy ourselves.
Yeah, we got to the stage where I was chatting to Rob last night. It's like we had 20 dudes working for us, and it's like,
you didn't know who any of them were.
You go in and be like, this geezer you've never seen before, and it's like, oh yeah, mate, he's been on tour with us for 2 months. And it's like, and so yeah, they had two tour buses just for them. And then the other side of that is me and him turning up. He's got one SD card the size of your thumbnail, and that's the logistics, you know.
We started as DJs though. The live thing came after it, and I don't think a lot of people realise that. But it was like 3 solid years of clubs, raves, festivals, just DJing. So now that their knife party gigs are, you know, as much fun as our Pendulum gigs are DJ wise, and we're almost back to our roots. It's so much fun being in clubs, you know, like when you play live and you play your own 13 songs, night in, night out. It's and the way that we had our live show geared, it was actually live rather than someone going dancing around like an idiot saying that's my live show. Well, ours was completely live, so it was so stressful and such a mental sort of anguish every night that it had to be 110% perfect. DJing, you can get loose, and you know you can be having as much fun as the people in the audience are. Whereas when you're playing live on stage, you're not having fun because you're concentrating so goddamn hard to make sure nothing goes wrong.
Yeah, but it was important to reach that point, you know, as a band. You know, like it was an epic journey upwards. You know, we supported Linkin Park in America, and like after all that, it was just like, you know, we couldn't really take that any further. So no, it was perfectly ended when it was ended. You know, Rob back in Perth. Rob gave his keyboard to some dude in the front.
I saw that picture actually. Yeah, that must have been amazing for that guy.
Yeah, that's for us when we put it to bed.
Death for it. He had to catch a taxi home from the festival, clinging onto his keyboard that he got thrown at him.
I loved Immersion, and I think it was just such a big mix of different styles, and it was just a bit of everything really. So I mean, you know, what kind of musical backgrounds have you guys come from? It's obviously been very varied.
Yeah, I think myself, Rob and Gareth are similar in that we were playing in bands before Pendulum. Our bands played together. He's dying over there.
Yeah.
In through the out hole.
He's drinking water.
so hard. So anyway,
we're out of that water, mate.
We were in bands. We listened to a lot of metal, hardcore, punk rock, and then mid-90s started to get into electronic music. I pretty much turned my back on it until about 96 and didn't enjoy it. And then heard drum and bass. Everything made sense from that point onwards.
No, yeah, drum and bass is obviously a big part of your style, and you know, your fan base love your drum and bass, and I think you guys have been quite a big part of its kind of rise in the UK, and now obviously it's got massive hospitality. One of the acts that are just in all these festivals, and you know, and there's a lot of pop acts which have taken drum and bass elements. I mean, are you guys that happy to see that? Like, happy to see drum and bass?
Oh man, it's a style of music I think English people should be a whole lot more patriotic about. I moved from the other side of the world to here, where it's from, in order to make it how we felt that, you know, we felt we needed to immerse ourselves amongst it, and it's a style of music that a lot of people sort of played down for years and said, oh, it's that jungle shit, you know, it's a bit street, it's a bit ragga, but it's born and bred UK music, and it's an incredible thing, and it's so varied as an art form. I think it was the only style of music that I found myself drawn to, because I'd come from the punk scene, which was similar, where everyone was like, nah, those punks are assholes, we don't want to give them any props for their music. Drum and bass is punk rock electronic music as far as I'm concerned.
Fountain is one of my favourite songs.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. I love that track. I love Stephen Wilson's vocals and the drum line. Is there a particular track that you love MCing over?
Well, Vulture I wrote with Rob, which was good, so obviously I like that. But no, I like, there's a tune called Distress Signal. Did that ever come out?
On the Hold Your Colour re-release. I think.
Yeah, that was a good one. But no, I love. But the thing about Pendulum music is like, I love all of it in a certain way. You know, it's like there's an element in every tune where I'm just like, holy shit.
Yeah,
fucking sick.
Sweet.
Even if it's like, it's great. So, what's your favourite tune, dude?
One of the favourite ones was a tune called Still Grey that I guess most people wouldn't know about.
Yeah.
It's 8 years ago now, and that was just as we were leaving Australia. But I think Immersion, pretty much every track on it, I think we excelled what we'd done before. Everything that we'd done before that seemed to pale in comparison to pretty much the evolution of that record. Every time a tune would get finished, I was like, my God, it's up here, and then the next one was up even further. I do like Under the Waves, which was me, Rob, and Ben, just because it had that kind of early Pendulum vibe about it. Can I have a cup?
Straight out the bar. Let's.
Anyway, I love them all. I'm so proud of the music we made. Yeah,
Of course,
it'll come to my grave with me, and I'll be happy about it.
Nice.
Good to have someone interviewing us that knows his shit. So
Of course, yeah. Well,
God.
yeah. Okay, right, Pendulum are going to be going on now. They've been doing hour and a half set, is it?
Yeah.
Long set, big long
Yeah.
set. It's going to get crazy out there, so enjoy it, guys, and we'll catch you later.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
See you later.